What? Nico, go. It's a block. Hello. I'm stalling because I messed up and people are still joining. I'm happy you all got the link. Okay.
Thank you.
Yay. Okay, cool. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, I got a package and then I didn't. Everything else went beside that.
Girl, you're here. Okay. Cool. General housekeeping. I'm muting everyone. Also, if it's too much at any moment, I haven't said this before, you can stop, take child's pose, take downward facing dog, get water. That's fine. You don't have to keep up. I know it's kind of hard. And yeah, cool. So we're gonna start. So we're gonna come to, can everyone hear me from here? Good, okay. We're gonna start in Supta Baddha Konasana. So you're gonna lay down on your back and bring the soles of your feet together, your knees wide, and just lay down completely, arms at your side. And you could take your right hand and place it on your belly, and then your left hand on your heart. Or you could just take your hands and press your knees away. And just start deeply breathing into your belly. Just roll your shoulders down away from your ears. And then slowly you can bring your knees up to the sky and just rock your way up to seated. And then come to all fours. Coming to neutral spine. And then exhaling, sending your arms forward, keeping your hips right over your knees, and bringing your forehead or chin to the mat, coming into puppy. So your toes are on the mat, you're engaging through your fingers, and you're just resting. And then slowly rolling up like a wave, coming into all fours. And we'll just do a couple rounds of cat-cow. So inhaling, dropping your belly, lifting your chin. And then exhaling, curling your spine towards the ceiling, curling your chin into your body. Inhaling, dropping the belly. Exhaling, curling the spine. Inhaling, dropping the belly. Exhaling, curling the spine. And then coming into neutral, we're slowly going to tuck our toes and then push up into downward facing dog. So look at your wrists and make sure there isn't a crease. You want the skin to be smooth. You're evenly engaged in your feet and in your hands. You're working your belly towards your thighs. And just taking even and complete breaths. You can pedal your feet out, or you can go up on your tippy toes and then push your heels back down towards the mat. And then slowly walk your feet one at a time to the top of the mat, coming into ragdoll. So bending your knees, bringing your belly towards your thighs. And you can clasp either elbow or just let your arms hang. And you're just pushing into your toes so that you can lift your hips towards the sky. The crown of the head is working towards the floor. And I encourage your knees to be bent so that you can really engage in your hamstrings. And then slowly working your way up, bringing your arms up overhead, coming into standing, and then bringing them to heart center. So you can set any intention that you'd like for class. Mine will just be focusing on breath and movement, with each inhale expanding and each exhale contracting. Inhaling your arms up overhead, exhaling forward fold. Inhaling to flat back. So bringing your hands to your thighs, you can bring your thumbs into like your hip crease so that you can extend open, or you could just bring your hands to the mat. And then exhaling, forward fold, stepping back into high plank. Inhaling, and then you can exhale, bringing your knees, chest, chin down, or you can just go from high to low plank. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. So upward facing dog, just your toes are on the mat, and your hands and you're lifting your thighs. And then in Cobra, your whole body is on the mat and you're just lifting your chest up. And you're pointing your pointing your elbows towards the back of the room, lifting through your heart. And then exhaling, coming into downward facing dog. So let's just do that a couple times. So inhaling, coming into high plank. Exhaling, high to low plank or knees, chest, chin. Inhaling, upward facing dog. And then exhaling, coming into downward facing dog. Inhaling, rolling through like a wave, coming to high plank. Exhaling, high to low plank. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhaling, downward facing dog. And then you can step, float, or hop to the top of the mat. Look towards the top of the mat if you're going to float, and you just lift, loading up into your hips. And the objective is to make no noise, which I can't do. And then inhaling the flat back. Exhaling the forward fold. Inhaling, sweeping your arms up, coming into standing. Inhaling your arms up. Exhaling through heart center, forward fold. Inhaling to flat back. Exhaling to forward fold. Stepping your left foot back. Inhaling your chest up, opening through your heart. You can lift your hands off the mat or just keep them there. And breathing. Your gaze can be a little bit in front of your mat. You're up on your toes. Your right knee is right over your right ankle. Rolling that chest open so that your shoulder blades are working down. Exhaling your hands back down to the mat. Stepping back into high plank. Inhaling, rolling up. Exhaling, high to low plank. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhaling your right foot up. Exhaling, stepping it through. Shining your heart forward. Maybe your hands come off the mat. And you're working that tailbone down towards the mat. So your back's in a straight line. You're working that chin back, almost like you're pushing your head into a headrest. And then exhaling, placing your hands, stepping to the top of the mat. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, the forward fold. Inhaling, sweeping your arms up, coming into mountain pose. And just making sure you're grounding down through your feet. You want to feel pressure in all four corners of your foot in mountain pose. And just making sure that you're working your tailbone down towards the mat, not tilting it out. Inhaling your arms up overhead. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, forward fold. Stepping your right foot back. Inhaling, shining your heart forward. Maybe your hands come off the mat. Really working energy towards those fingertips. And then exhaling, placing your hands to the mat, stepping back into high plank. Inhaling, and then exhaling, high to low plank or knees to chin. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhaling your left leg up. Exhaling, stepping it forward in between your hands. Inhaling, lifting your chest up, opening through your heart, working that tailbone down. Breathing, and then exhaling, stepping to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhaling the flat back. Exhaling the forward fold. Inhaling, coming up, sweeping our arms up into standing. Inhaling our arms up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling the flat back. Exhaling the forward fold. Stepping back into high plank. Exhaling, high to low plank. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Now we're going to inhale that right leg up, and then exhaling, stepping it through, dropping that left knee down and those left toes down, pressing into the mat, bringing your hands to your knee, and just pushing into that hip. You really want opening in that psoas. And you can inhale your arms up, or you can place them at heart center, or keep them on your knee. Or you can place them to the mat if this is too much. And just breathing here. This is really good for back pain because a lot of the time, since the psoas is connected from the front and it goes all the way to your back, that's where you're holding the tension. So this really opens it up. And then we're going to take a twist to your right side. So you can either place your left hand to the mat and open your right arm up, or I like to take a fist with my left hand and then grab it with my right and hook it on my knee and then push into my fist so that I'm opening from my belly, and then my heart opens up as well. So really you just want that twisting motion. And really imagine twisting from your belly button. Every time you're twisting, you're detoxifying your organs because you're completely squeezing them. And then placing your right hand to the mat. You could lift up on that back toe and step it back into high plank, or you can just swing around, coming into all fours. And let's just take a downward facing dog before we do the other side. So pedaling those feet out, notice how much closer your heels are to the mat. Just pushing that belly down. And then coming back to high plank. Wait, I'm so sorry. Exhaling high to low plank. Inhaling upward facing dog. Exhaling downward facing dog. Inhaling, lifting that left foot up, and then stepping it through, bringing that right knee down and those right toes down, and bringing your hands to your knee and pushing forward. You can rock back and forth if that helps you open, or you can just stay still. This is really intense, so just breathe through it. And then placing your right palm on the floor or twisting, grabbing your your left fist and hooking that elbow, whatever is easiest to twist to your left. I like pushing into the fist because it really allows you to open up further, and then you're really twisting from your belly. And just taking a look up at your hand, if that's the way you're opening, and just seeing that you're in a line from shoulder to hand. And then exhaling your hand back down, stepping back, so coming into all fours. And let's just take a child's pose to reset. So sitting back onto your heels, knees come wide, toes come together, and extend your arms forward, bringing your forehead to the mat. Breathing into your belly and letting it go. And then slowly coming back up into all fours. Curling those toes. And then lifting your knees just a few inches off the floor and holding. Just getting a quick core workout. And then exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhaling your right leg up. Exhaling, curling it into your chest, touching your chin. Inhaling it back up. And then exhaling, bringing it outside of your right hand, placing your foot down, coming into lizard. So your foot is outside of your right hand, and you're staying up on that left toe. So there's multiple variations. You could drop that left knee down and those left toes down, pressing into the mat, and you're really just opening that hip. Or you can stay up on your left toes and just push on the outside of that right foot. So you're really like rolling out onto your foot. And then if this is still pretty easy, you could bring your forearms down to the mat. And just holding here, really opening up into that hip. I like rocking forward and back to really create space. And just breathing through it. And then stepping back with that right foot back into high plank. Exhaling, high to low plank. And let's just inhale to cobra for a second. And then exhale, coming back into all fours. And then let's lift again through our knees, a couple inches off the floor. And then extend it back into downward facing dog. Inhaling that left leg up. Exhaling, bending that knee, tucking it towards your chin. Inhaling it back up. And then bringing it outside of that left hand, placing it down. And again, you can stay here. If this is too much, drop that right knee down and place those toes down on the mat. And if you're staying up, just roll out on that, the razor edge of your foot. So opening your knee out, if you guys could see me, whatever works for you. And just staying here. And really feeling that opening in your hip. So move around, however opens it up more. And then exhaling, bringing it back, coming into plank. Exhaling, high to low plank. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhaling, downward facing dog. And then step, hop, float, or walk to the top of the mat. Bringing your feet to your hands, forward fold. Inhaling the flat back. Exhaling the forward fold. And then walk those toes together. Create a little space in the heels. We're going to sit back, coming into chair. So you can bring your arms out in front of you. You can make goalpost arms. You can bring them to heart center. And just pressing back so that you could lift your toes off the mat if you wanted to. And just sit back a little farther. And then exhaling, forward fold. Step back into high plank. Take an inhale, and then exhaling, high to low plank. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Breathing here. So in between, just take a few breaths in the downward facing dog, really focusing on working those heels down. Inhaling your right leg up. Exhaling, curling it, stepping it through, coming into warrior one. So you're going to rotate that left heel down, coming to a 45-degree angle with that foot. So it's pointed to the left corner, top corner of your mat. And you're going to inhale your arms up. So your right knee is right over top of your right ankle. And if you wanted to get a heart opener here, you could clasp your hands behind you and open up, shining that heart forward. So really pushing or pulling back with your arms, working your shoulder blades together. And then exhaling your hands back down to the mat, stepping back into high plank. Inhaling, and exhaling down at a low plank. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Breathing here, letting that head go. Inhaling your left leg up. Stepping it through, coming into warrior one. Rotating that foot down. Really get your foundation set up. And then lifting up, you can clasp your hands, or you can bring them up, coming into goalpost. And your hips are pointed towards the front of the room. Really pushing into that left leg. Making sure your left knee isn't caving inward, it's pushing outward. Your back leg is straight. And then exhaling your hands back down to the mat. Stepping back into high plank. Inhaling, high to low plank or knees, chest, chin. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Step, floater, hop to the top of the mat. Inhaling the flat back. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, sitting back into chair. And exhaling, mountain pose. So resetting, standing in mountain, tucking that chin back. Inhaling your arms up overhead. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling the flat back. Exhaling the forward fold. Stepping back into high plank. Inhaling and exhaling completely, high to low plank. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhaling that right foot up. Exhaling, tucking it into your chest, stepping it forward, coming into warrior one once again. So pointing that left foot towards the left corner of your mat. Inhaling those arms up, working that tailbone down towards the floor. Being mindful of that bend in your knee. And breathing here. Really focusing on where your hips are tilted. We want them squared. Inhaling, lifting up on that left toe, and exhaling, coming into warrior two. So your back foot is parallel with the back of the mat. Your right heel is in line with the back foot, no more like railroad track feet. And just check in with your right arm and your left. And just see that they're straight. So you're still bent into that right knee. Your back leg is straight. Inhaling, flipping that right palm. Exhaling, bringing it up to the side. Bringing that left arm down the side of your leg or around your back. Coming into reverse warrior. So you're really opening up through that right side body. Your gaze can be up at the ceiling or at the wall. And then exhaling, bringing that right arm to the inside of your right thigh and extending that left arm up to the sky. Your gaze could be at the ceiling or it could be down. And if you have a block, you could place your right hand on a block here. Keeping that bend in that right knee. Really pressing and opening with that right arm. Inhaling, coming back up into warrior two. And then exhaling, bringing your hands back down to the mat, stepping back into high plank. Inhaling and exhaling completely, high to low plank. Inhaling, coming into upward facing dog, really stretching through that front body. And then exhaling, coming into downward facing dog. Inhaling that left foot up. Exhaling, stepping it through. Coming into warrior one. So right toes are pointed towards the right front corner of the mat. Lifting your arms up. Turning that heart forward. Left knee is right over top of your ankle. Hips are facing forward. Tailbone is pointed down towards the mat. Just taking deep breaths. And just work those shoulders away from your ears. And just relax. Inhaling, lifting up on that right toe. And then opening up, coming into warrior two. So your hands are pointed in a T position. Your left heel is in line with the inner arch of your right foot. And just check in with both hands. That back leg is straight and strong. The weight is evenly distributed between both feet. Inhaling, flipping that left palm, and exhaling it, bringing it up to the sky as you bring that right hand down the side of your leg or around your back. Still pressing into that left leg. And just opening up into that side body. So you're doing a baby back bend. And then exhaling, bringing that left arm to the inside of your left thigh. Pressing open and extending that right arm up. Again, you can bring your hand to the floor if you want, or to a block, or you can just press with your fingers pointed down towards the mat. Inhaling back to inhaling back to warrior two. And then exhaling, placing your hands on the mat, stepping back into high plank. Inhaling and exhaling, high to low plank. Inhaling, upward facing dog. And exhaling, downward facing dog. So look forward, step, float, or hop to the top of the mat. Inhaling to flat back. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, sitting back. Coming into chair. And then exhaling, coming into mountain pose. So just taking a breath here. And we're gonna wiggle walk our feet out a bit so that they're a little bit wider than hip distance. And you're gonna point your toes in just a little bit, pigeon toeing them. So bring them basically the width of the mat. Clasp your hands behind you, or you can just bring them to your hips. And you're gonna inhale and then exhaling, hinging at the hips, folding forward, bringing your chest in between your legs. If this is too much, opening with your hands clasped, so it really stretches it out, you can just bring your hands to your hips. So you're really loading the weight in those toes, and just letting your head go. And just, you can do a slight bend in the knees and then tilt your hips further up to the sky. Your gaze can be between your legs or down at the floor. And it's okay if you're shaking. My legs are completely quivering. That's just trauma being released. And just really don't fight the stretch. Just work with it. And then slowly making your way back up, coming into standing. Inhaling your arms up. Oh, bringing your feet back together. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling to flat back. Exhaling, forward fold. And let's just take a moment to fold forward with our legs together. And then slowly coming back up into standard. So coming into balancing, bring your arms out to a T position, crossing your right arm underneath your left, binding your arms so that your hands are in front of your face. You can double bind or single bind. And then sitting down into chair. So pushing those hips back. And then let's take that right leg and cross it over your left. So you could bind, double bind, or you could just create a kickstand, bringing those right toes to the floor, coming into eagle. So really sinking down into those hips. Your gaze can be at your fingertips or just straight ahead. And just sitting down further. I really feel the engagement in my left leg, obviously, but keeping those hips square. Inhaling and exhaling, letting your eagle fly, extending that right leg out, arms up, and just holding it for a second, and then coming into mountain pose, just shaking your feet out. Bringing those toes together, creating space in the heels. Bring your arms to a T, crossing your left underneath your right. Sitting back, coming into chair. And then when you feel steady, load that weight into that right foot. Cross that left leg over, coming into eagle. So opening up through that chest. We don't want to just completely cave. Keeping those hips squared. And as you sit further, you might be able to find your legs further. Breathing, and then exhaling, extending that left leg, bringing those arms up, and then shaking your legs out. Inhaling your arms back up, dropping that right arm like you're holding a tray, and then reaching, so first loading that weight in that left foot, and lifting that right foot, and grabbing the inner arch of that right foot, and you're gonna kick your hand into your foot, and slowly dropping down. So don't drop until you really have that, you're really kicking into that hand. And then extending that left arm forward. Your hips are still square, so you want your knees in line, kind of, and just extending. So that toe is reaching towards the ceiling, and you can really drop your upper body down. And then extending back up, dropping that right foot, bringing those arms up, and you can just windmill them, take them out. And then dropping that left palm, inhaling, grabbing that left foot, taking into your hand, and then dropping your torso down, extending that right arm forward, keeping those hips square. And breathing here. And then slowly inhaling, coming back up, dropping that foot down, shaking your legs out. And let's let that weight in that left foot taking hold of our right knee. So you can just hold it into your chest and stay here. Or if you feel comfortable, you can take your pointer and middle finger of your right hand, grabbing your right toe and extending it out, coming to hand to toe. And if this is easy, you can extend it out to your right side. But again, you can also just stay with your knee in your chest. Just taking 3 more breaths. And then exhaling down. Shaking those legs out. Loading that weight in that right foot. Taking that left knee in. And taking whatever variation you took on the other side. You could grab a yogi toe lock on that left toe. Extending your leg out. It's okay if your knee's bent. And you can open it outwards if this is easy. Or again, Just hold that knee. If you lose balance, that's okay. And then coming back into standing. So just shake those legs out. You can stomp your feet. Crack those toes. Inhaling your arms up overhead. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling to flat back. Exhaling to forward fold. Stepping back into high plank. And then exhaling, coming down to the mat completely. So coming down into cobra. Your hands, everyone see me? Yeah, okay. Your hands are right besides your chest. Your elbows are pointing towards the back of the room. Your legs are zipped up, toes are pressed into the mat. And you're gonna inhale and exhale, lifting through your chest. Your crown of your head is pointing towards the ceiling. You're really pushing through those triceps, opening up. Inhaling and then exhaling, bringing that left cheek to the mat, letting your arms go long beside you, toes come together, heels fall apart, just taking rest. You can rock side to side. And then bringing your chin to the mat, placing your hands, so there's two options, we're coming into Lotus. So you can just place your palms to the mat, or if this is easy, you can slowly wiggle walk your hands underneath you, like right underneath your pelvis, still facing down. So your hands are kind of right where your hip bones are. So that's like a little weird with the elbows, but give it a shot if you'd like. And then you're just going to press through your hands, lifting your legs up, keeping your chin on the mat. Your legs are zipped up, toes are together. And just breathing here. Lifting your legs up as far as you can so that weight is really in your pelvis. And then exhaling, bringing that right cheek to the mat, arms go long, toes come together and heels fall apart. And just really focusing on your breath. Taking even inhales and even exhales. And then bringing your chin back to the mat, lifting your feet up, keeping your knees on the mat. And then reach around with both hands, grabbing the outside of your feet and kick into your hands as you lift your thighs off the mat, opening through that chest. So keeping your knees in line and kicking, and you can kind of rock to really open up further. You could also be grabbing your ankles if your feet don't work for you, and just your gaze forward. Inhaling and then exhaling, coming back down to the mat, bringing your left foot to the mat. Toes come together, heels fall apart. And then bringing your chin back to the mat. Extend your arms forward and your legs out. Inhaling and exhaling, just lifting everything. So that just your lower belly is on the floor. Breathing. And then exhaling, bringing your feet and hands back down to the mat, pushing up, coming into tabletop. So we're gonna try camel. This isn't my favorite, but it's a really good heart opener. So stand on your knees. Your knees are in line with your feet. You're gonna take your hands and bring them around to your lower back, like right where your booty meets your back. Pressing your fingertips up. So really opening through that chest, inhaling, and then exhaling, pushing through your thighs, pushing through the front of your body, and letting your head and neck go. And if this is easy, you can keep going back and then grabbing your heels or your ankles, really opening through that chest and letting that neck go. Or you can just stay upright, pushing those hips forward. If you've got like lower back issues, this is your worst nightmare. So whatever feels good. And then exhaling slowly, coming out of this pose. And just coming into child's pose to counteract that. And then slowly coming to all fours. Extending that left arm and extending that right leg. And your gaze is forward and just holding this and breathing. And lower your toe and hand to the mat at the same time, and then lift it and kick them back up. You're getting both a core and a glute workout. Just do that a few times. 3, 4, and then bringing your knee and hand back to the mat. Let's just switch sides. Extending that right arm and that left leg. And just holding this. Gaze is forward, and then bringing your fingers into the mat and then kicking them up. 2, 3, 4, and then knee and hand to the mat. Let's just extend into a high plank. And let's just take a moment to breathe through this. And then exhaling, coming down to the mat. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. So let's inhale, lifting that right leg up, coming into our hip openers. Exhaling that right knee right behind that right wrist. That right foot is in front of that left hip, coming into pigeon. So your hips are square. And then you straighten your back leg, pushing your toes into the mat, inhaling your chest up. And then if you feel comfortable, inhaling and exhaling, hinging out the hips, folding forward, sending your hands long to the mat. Your hips are square to the floor. And just really feeling that expansion in that right hip. And with every inhale, just expanding further. Exhaling deeper. Taking cleansing breaths in and detoxing breaths out. And just really sitting with this. We're going to stay in this pose for about 8 breaths. And then inhaling, pressing up to crab pigeon. Rolling out on that right hip. Bring that left leg around and crossing it over top of your right thigh. So your shins are in line like stacked on top of one another. Your ankle is hanging over a little bit over your right leg. And you're just working that left knee down. So this is double pigeon. I can face forward. If you have tight hips, that left knee is going to be pointing up a little bit. That's okay. And you just want to be sitting evenly on your butt. So you can place your hands down at your sides and just bring that gaze up to the wall. Or sometimes I just press that left knee open. And just flexing that left foot. And if this is comfortable, you can extend yourself forward. So hinging at those hips and placing both hands on the mat. If you can't do that, that's okay. I cannot. Just stay here. And just really focusing on that breathing. As soon as you let go of your breath, you're really not doing yoga anymore. And then slowly, if you fold it forward, lifting back up. And you can just cinch those legs together so that your knees are stacked one on top of the other. Those feet are kind of turned, coming back towards the mat. And if this is comfortable, you can lift your right arm up and extend it down the side of your back, and then lifting your left arm up, and you can just clasp your hands. And you can breathe here. And if you have this bind, you can extend forward, coming into cow face, but if not, you can just sit upright. Just really being mindful of those knees. And usually we have a bind on one side and not the other. That's okay. And then just rolling out on that right hip. Coming back into tabletop. Inhaling, and then curling those toes. Coming into downward facing dog. Lifting that left leg up. And then coming into pigeon on this side. So your left knee is in line with your left hand. Your left foot is in front of your right hip. Coming into proud pigeon. So your hips are square. Your right toes are pressed into the mat. Your right knee is on the mat. Inhaling and then exhaling. Sending your arms forward. Folding at the hips. This is a really vulnerable pose. A lot of emotion comes up because of all the trapped trauma. Just breathe through it. It's okay if you're shaking and sweating. Just try and stick with it. And then exhaling, coming back up into proud pigeon. Rolling out on that left hip, bringing that right leg around, stacking those shins. And that right ankle is hanging a little bit over the edge of that left leg. That right foot is flexed. And those shins are stacked, and just working that right knee down towards the floor. So you can have your hands on the mat or pressed onto your leg. And if this is comfortable, you can extend your upper body forward, bringing those hands to the mat. And then inhaling it, coming back up. So bringing that chest back up, And then just cinching those knees together so that they're stacked one on top of the other. Bringing those feet towards you. Making sure you're evenly sitting on the floor, so both butt cheeks are on the mat. And then you can inhale that left arm up, exhaling it down your back, and then extending your right arm up, clasping your hands. If you don't have the bind, that's okay, just stay here. If you do, you can exhale and fold forward. And then lifting back up, rolling out on that hip, and sending those legs long. Coming into staff pose, so your feet are flexed, your hands are on the mat, and this is just a seated mountain pose. So really extending in those legs, engaging. Inhaling your arms up, and then exhaling, fold forward, bringing your chest to your thighs. Your legs can be bent. You really want to make contact with chest to thigh, so bend them as much as you need to. Crown of your head is reaching forward. You can just rock, really get the stretch. Inhaling your way back up. And then exhaling, bringing yourself down to the mat. Bringing that right knee into your chest. And then bringing it over to your left side. Letting that right arm come to a T position. You're twisting. And your gaze is to the right. So that right foot is on the floor. Maybe that knee is on the floor. Holding onto that knee with your left arm. And then bringing it back center, bringing your knee into your chest, extending your leg up to the sky, and then bringing it down to the mat. And you can just shake those legs out. Bringing that left leg into your body. And then carrying it with your right arm over top of you. Bringing that right foot to the floor, maybe that right knee. And just twisting, extending that left arm to the side. And just breathing, really feeling this twist in your belly. And then coming back center, lifting your leg up to the sky and extending it down to the mat. So coming into Shavasana, your legs are long, toes flop open. Bring those shoulders away from your ears. Your hands are relaxed. Relax your jaw. Bring your shoulders away from your ears. Relax your hands. Allow your body to soften. Bring your attention to your chest area. You can bring your right hand to your chest if you want, and your left hand to your belly. Imagine a green light in the center of your chest, swirling like a whirlpool. Notice how it looks and feels. Visualize that green light in your chest. With every breath, you bring in more green. Know that you are safe as you open your heart to give and receive love. As you breathe in this green light, it brings you love, compassion, and forgiveness. Just relax your whole body, your mental body, physical body, and emotional body. Very slowly and gently make small movements with your fingers and your toes. You can rotate your wrists or your ankles. Taking a deep breath into your belly. Bring your arms over your head and take a nice long stretch. And then slowly, using your right arm as a pillow, roll onto your right side with your legs curled into your chest. Coming into fetal position. And then slowly, when you're ready, taking your time, just coming up to seated with your eyes closed. Bringing your hands to heart center. Taking a deep breath in and exhaling out audibly through your mouth. Thank you guys for letting me lead you in practice. Namaste. Thanks. I'm going to send out a link to just criticize me or say nice things. Thank you. Yay. Love you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nicole.
Yay.
Hey.
If anyone has any questions, I'm here or whatever. Yeah. I'm so glad you made it, Noah.
I had to laugh my way through a few of those.
You do what?
I was cracking up over a couple of them. Could you hear me?
No.
Yeah, I had to give up on some.
Okay, that's fine. I'm glad.
Yeah, it was good.
Me too. That
What,
way.
did you say, Noah?
I said me too.
When I saw Noah give up on one, and I'm like, I'm right with you.
Good.
Oh wow, I was inspired.
Yay. Noah's in Spain, so I'm glad he's here.
Oh,
Whoa.
Notice. But yeah. Michael, how are you?
Doing all right.
Good.
Not great, but getting by.
Good. Okay. All right. Dope. Well, I'm here. You guys can leave whenever you want. Thank you all for coming.
Bye.
Thank you.
Hey guys, hi Nico, hi Nicole,
Oh my God.
hi the bird that's been saying hi to us. What's your bird's name?
Dude, fuck this bird. His name's Blue. He's a dick.
Okay, first of all, don't tempt me. Fuck this bird. Okay, I would. Second of all, can I see it before I make that claim 5 minutes?
Yeah, you can. They're interested in the bird.
Alex, I think the bird is highly fuckable. I recommend it, honestly.
I heed your recommendation and therefore change my mind entirely. I'm no longer interested in the bird.
Yeah, that's fair.
Look at the bird. You yell about it.
I don't like birds, but
My mom's a bird person. People are weird.
Don't show 'em my work though.
My mom's obsessed with peacocks. Does that count?
Oh, I think it does.
That's more of a dinosaur, isn't it?
I'm not sure. I've never met a dinosaur.
Yeah.
That's what we said, right?
Yeah.
How are you guys? Is your sister there?
Yeah, she's right here.
How long has she been there? Are you guys just? Is this a forever thing?
Yeah.
No.
Alright.
I'm supposed to fly home on Monday, but it might get canceled. We'll see. It's already gotten canceled twice.
Why?
They
Coronavirus.
didn't give me a reason. Probably because they're short-staffed and
Oh, true. Where are you flying back to?
Rochester, New York.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. All right. Well, goodbye. Thank you.
Bye, thank you.
Hey, Kate wants to know if you would make an attempt and show us how to float to the front of the mat.
Dude, I'm bad at floating. I can show.
Are you let your handstand? Like what is
How do you
it?
do it?
I watched your video, but I was confused because it was 20 minutes long.
I like fast forwarded to a certain part and I feel like I saw it.
So you like load the weight in your hips and then exhaling completely and you just float.
Oh.
But it's not like
How's it different than a jump?
then like hop. Yeah.
Because in jump you make a lot of noise. Floating, it's supposed to be silent. Because all the weight, all the pressure and stuff is supposed to. So like the way you can practice is like
really slow.
Oh,
You like
okay.
brought them up and then
like all up there.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
like the feet, like your legs move slower, right? Because you're like
Correct. Yeah, because all the weight is like lifting up into the hips. So then by the time you get to the top, you kind of like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's kind of like a hand.
Yeah.
It's a lot of noise. I'm working on it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Tell Michael I said hi.
Wait, my email, I never got an email. And I didn't type it wrong. I double checked. So I don't.
Weird. MailChimp hates me. That was a lot. I'm working on it.
MailChimp is a throwback. I used that in college. I just.
MailChimp, baby. But yeah, I'll work on it.
Okay.
And you
Want me
guys
to email you or something?
what?
You want me to email you or something?
No, I'll figure it out. I'll do another one. This one was like messy. That stressed me out. But try and sign up for, you don't even have to go, but try and sign up for the Monday class and just see if you get the link.
Okay.
And then, yeah. What?
Was that your bird that just appeared in the top right corner of the screen?
The fuck?
Yeah, you can do it a different
But yeah, I'll see. But you guys should do the Monday one because it's like a meditation and it's great.
Okay, we'll try it.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.